Ladies, let me say this straight. We're adults, so don't act shocked. This isn't about a quick thrill. This is about real connection. The kind that grabs a man by the heart, not just the body. The kind that makes him look at you and think, that's my woman. I'm not chasing anything else. And here's what most people won't say out loud. When you speak during intimacy, when the moment is raw and close, your words land deeper. Not just baby talk, not just noise, real words. The kind that doesn't just hit his ears, it settles in him. Stay with me, because this is where most women miss the real power. Source. A lot of men have been touched, but not many have been truly spoken to in that exact moment. Not while their guard is down, not while their mind is finally quiet. He might look strong, he might act sure of himself, he might be putting it down like he's got everything handled, but inside that grown man is still a part of him wondering, am I enough? Am I doing this right? Does she see me, or is she just enjoying my body? And that's why what you say matters, because that window right there is one of the only times his walls drop. Bills, work stress, pride, all that fades out. For a moment, his whole world is you. And if you speak with purpose, you're not just sharing pleasure, you're building loyalty. Source. Think about it. A man can find sex anywhere. That's real. But intimacy mixed with respect and admiration, that's rare. That's the gold. So keep it simple. Whisper something true like, you make me feel safe, or nobody understands me like you do. That sounds basic on a normal day, but in that moment, it becomes heavy, because you're not praising his body. You're affirming his worth. You're telling him he matters. You're giving him a place to belong. And a man who feels seen like that isn't out here entertaining every message, scanning every room, or fishing for attention. Why would he, when he already has what most people never give him? Peace, being chosen, being enough. Don't click away yet. The next part is the switch that changes everything. Source. You don't have to perform, you don't have to scream, you don't have to act like someone you're not. Just get close, hold eye contact, let your voice soften, then say something that only you can say because you've been paying attention. If you've noticed what he's proud of, what he hides, what he carries in silence, then you already have the words. Try, I believe in you. Or, with you, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. That's not poetry, that's partnership. And here's what happens after. Those words don't stay in the bedroom, they replay in his mind later. They become comfort, motivation, a reminder. That's not manipulation, that's influence. And it's powerful when it comes from truth. Source. Let me say something that needs to be said. Men want emotional safety too. Society trained them to hide it. From childhood, they get taught, don't cry, don't be weak. Be the rock. So they grow up carrying weight they don't even know how to name. And during intimacy, that armor loosens. It's one of the rare times he stops performing for the world and just feels. That's your chance to give him something deeper than pleasure. Give him a safe place. Say, you don't always have to be strong with me, or I got you right here. He won't remember the exact position. He'll remember the feeling. He'll remember that you didn't judge his softness. You respected it. You made space for it. And when a man feels that kind of safety, he starts calling you home. Source. And listen closely, because this is the real glue. You can't build lasting loyalty on a good time alone. You build it with vulnerability, handled with care. When he lets you close, when he trusts you in that open space, what you do with it matters. You can either make it sacred or you can make it shallow. When you whisper, you don't have to carry everything by yourself, you're giving him a place to exhale. When you say, you're enough with me, you quiet the part of him that's always under pressure. That's why other women start looking like noise. Because he's not chasing beauty anymore, he's craving peace. If you want me to keep going and rewrite the rest with the same style and same length, just say continue and I'll pick up right where this leaves off. Source. Ladies, let's be real for a second. We're grown, so don't act brand new. This isn't about chasing a cheap high or doing the most. This is about deep connection, the kind that reaches past skin and hits the heart, the kind that makes a man look at you and quietly decide, that's my woman, I'm done looking. And here's the part people skip because it sounds too simple. Words matter most when the moment is most open. Not random talk, not noise, not just saying his name. I mean real, intentional words. The kind that don't just enter his ears but sit inside him after the night is over. Stay with me, because the next pieces are where the bond gets built or broken. Source. When a woman speaks during that intimate moment, her voice hits different. It cuts through ego, it slips past the tough act. It finds the softer place he hides from the world. Most men have been touched, sure, but not many have been truly affirmed right there when they're exposed and trusting. And don't get it twisted, he might look confident, he might look strong, he might be leading and making you feel good. But even inside all that strength, there's a part of him still asking questions he won't say out loud. Am I enough? Am I doing it right? Does she see me or just want what I can do? That's why this moment matters. His walls are down, his mind is quiet. The world goes away for a little window of time, and in that window, your words can either deepen him or leave him empty. Source. Think about what that means. Bills fade, stress fades, outside attention fades. For a few minutes, it's just you and him. And if you speak into that moment with purpose, you're not just having sex, you're planting loyalty. Real loyalty, not the kind that depends on mood, not the kind that breaks when he gets bored, the kind that makes him stop scanning rooms because he already feels full, because you gave him something rare, you gave him peace from the inside out. And listen, I'm not saying you have to do magic. I'm saying the right sentence at the right time can leave a mark. Quick retention check, don't skip this part, because this is the exact difference between being a good time and being unforgettable. Source. So what do you say? Keep it simple. Keep it true. Whisper, you make me feel safe. Or, nobody understands me like you do. Or, I feel calm with you. Those words sound small in regular life, but in that moment, they become heavy. Because you're not just reacting to pleasure, you're speaking to his worth. You're telling him he matters as a man, not just as a body. And that hits men in a place they don't admit they have. A man can get sex anywhere, that's facts. But intimacy mixed with respect, admiration, and emotional safety, that's rare. That's why those words stick. That's why he remembers you when he's alone. That's why he starts choosing you even when nobody is watching. Source. And don't think this means you have to perform. You don't need a script voice. You don't need to act wild. This isn't about being loud. This is about being present. Lean in, slow down, use eye contact, let your tone soften, then drop something real, something personal, something only you could say because you actually know him. Say, I'm proud of you. Say, I believe in you. Say, with you, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. That's not cheesy. That's connection. That's partnership. That's the kind of sentence that makes a man hold you tighter and breathe you in deeper, like he's trying to keep that feeling inside his chest. And here's the truth. Those words don't stay in the room. They replay later. They become comfort. They become fuel, source. Now let's talk about what nobody wants to admit. Men crave emotional safety too. They just got trained to hide it. From when they're boys, they get taught to swallow fear, swallow hurt, swallow tears. Be the rock. Handle it. Don't show weakness. So they grow into men who look solid on the outside but still want softness somewhere. And intimacy is one of the rare times the mask slips. One of the rare times he stops performing for the world and just feels. That's your chance to give him something deeper than pleasure. A safe space. A place to rest. Say, you don't always have to be strong with me. Or, you can relax right here. Or, I got you. Those words can hit him like water in a desert. And if you give a man that kind of peace, he starts seeing you as home. Source. Because emotional safety for a man is simple, but it's rare. It's being able to be soft without being judged, being able to be stressed without being mocked, being able to be human without being punished for it. And many men don't get that anywhere, not at work, not with friends, sometimes not even with family. So when you give him that safety, especially in a moment that already requires trust, you become more than a lover. You become a sanctuary. And when a man finds a woman who feels like a sanctuary, he stops looking around. He stops wondering what else is out there. He knows other attention can't compete with peace. Retention line. If you've ever wondered why some men stay loyal to one woman, even when they have options, this is one of the biggest reasons. Source. Let me break it down even more. You can't build real loyalty on a good time alone. You build it with vulnerability, handled with care. During intimacy, there's more happening than bodies moving. There's energy moving. Truth shows up, pretending drops. And that man in that moment isn't the cool guy version. He's just him. So if he trusts you enough to be open, you have an opportunity. You can speak words that tell him you're not alone. You can say, you do so much, but you don't have to carry everything by yourself. You can say, you don't always have to be in control. I'm here with you. Those sentences don't sound flashy, but they go deep. They echo long after. Because when a man is vulnerable and you make him feel secure instead of criticized, he won't want to leave that space. Source. And here's a shift that changes everything. Speak to his purpose, not just his pleasure. Pleasure is real, but it fades. Purpose stays. Purpose follows him into his decisions, his work, his future. Most men don't hear enough words that build them. They hear complaints. They hear what they did wrong. They hear what they still haven't done. So imagine what happens when the woman he's closest to looks him in the eye and says, "You're going to do great things," or "I see something powerful in you," or "You're the kind of man this world needs." That doesn't just turn him on, it fills a space sex can't fill. It leaves an imprint. He carries those words into interviews, hard days, tough choices. And when he remembers them, he remembers you. That's how you become the one he protects, not just the one he visits. Source. Now add this last piece, confidence and connection together. That's the formula. Confidence doesn't mean loud, it means secure. It means you don't beg for love, you bring love. You speak your truth without shaking. And connection means you're fully there, not thinking about outside noise, not playing a role, not holding back the real you. When you show up with both, the moment becomes more than a moment. It becomes a memory. A memory he replays, not because it was wild, but because it felt real. Say, "I love how you take care of me." Say, "You make me feel full, inside and out." Say it with warmth, not performance. And remember, men don't leave peace. They protect it. They fight for it. They stay where they feel seen. If you want, I can expand this even more into a longer full-length version that matches the entire original flow, while keeping the same rules you gave. Source.